So at 6:19, 4 minutes late, but we were engrossed in fascinating conversations in policy, as always. And so this is a special voting meeting on this 5th of January, just to address a few new hires to get us started on the spring semester. And I highlight spring. We are looking forward to spring, but it is January, so we're going to go ahead. We do have a quorum, and it's the one item on the agenda is really the consent, and it is just the personnel report with just a few folks on there. And if there's any questions about that, we can address it. But with HR coming up shortly, I would just ask for a motion, and then obviously we can address any questions for the consent.
I'll move the consent agenda presented.
Thank you, Chris.
Second.
Second by Pat. Any questions?
I have a question. Would someone be able to speak to the difference between a substitute teacher and a classroom collaboration substitute teacher?
Good question as always, Nicole. I'm sure Bob is raising his hand. Go ahead.
There we go. I had to be unmuted. All right, sounds good. The CCS is a result of the pandemic and having teachers, some teachers virtual, but being piped in, for lack of a better word, to students who are in person in the building. So we have a CCS substitute that's in with those students in the building, assisting the virtual teacher.
And is this something new or something that?
Something new, right? Because of the pandemic, yep. And hopefully that'll go away before September.
Any other CCS classroom collaboration substitutes, right? So that's a special designation. Bob, I'm taking it.
Yep.
New for COVID, or is that something that
it's an internal name we came up with here with the Ithaca Substitute Association.
Thanks, I appreciate that. That's helpful. Any other? Go ahead, Nicole.
Bob, will all of our classrooms that have virtual teachers have CCSs? And if not, how are we choosing what classrooms get these special substitute teachers?
I'm going to look a little bit to my colleagues on that one, but I believe that any classroom that has a virtual teacher piped into kids who are sitting in our buildings will have a CCS. That's my understanding, if we can find enough to do that.
Yeah, I can clarify just a little bit further. There are some CCSs who may support students who are taking multiple classes simultaneously. So students are on their Chromebooks, they have headphones in, and they're participating in perhaps a larger space with a number of other students.
Is that helpful, Nicole? I'm a little fuzzy still, but I'm sure you all have figured it out, but understand the need, certainly.
Yeah, if it'd be helpful, we can get a list of where the CCSs are and deliver it to the board.
A friend of mine was hired as a classroom collaboration substitute teacher in the spring. So I had a couple of online conversations with her about it. So I was familiar with the practice, and hopefully we can continue to have an in-class presence for kids who are in classrooms and their teachers can't be until things get better.
Any other questions from the HR committee? But certainly this is all HR related, so it's good conversation. Anyone else? Sean, anything? Others? We have a quorum, so moved, seconded. Tricia, if you could call the roll, that'd be great.
Rob
Appreciate it.
Ainslie,
Yes.
Erin Croyle,
Yes.
Sean Eversley Bradwell,
Yes.
Nicole LaFave,
Yes.
Moira Lang.
Yes.
Not sure if I see Chris on here.
He's there.
Okay.
Yes.
Chris Malcolm, I'm sorry, Chris Malcolm,
Yes, you're fine. Yes.
and Reichlin,
Yes.
and Patricia Wasyliw.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for taking the time to participate in a special voting meeting. Anything we can do to help the class, the day in the life of everyone, the better. So, but that is the agenda for this public voting meeting, and so we will. I will close the public meeting unless anyone has anything else they wish to share at this time before everyone goes over to HR. We good? All right, very good. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you all on next Tuesday.